Kings and queens, members of the Wasteman Mafia. This is your boy Rome. Thank you guys so much for joining me in my drive out. Today we're going to talk about Manchester United as usual. Thank you guys so much for watching the 4th official. Make sure you drop a like on the video. Subscribe somewhere down there if you're new. Manchester United is going to be the topic of the day again today, of course. What we're going to talk about today? Today we're going to talk about the Manchester United rumors that's swirling around. So rumor has it that Manchester United has now secured the signing of, I think it's a 2 to 3 year contract with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So this man's going to be earning what? 9 mil per year. So it's interesting to know what Manchester United fans think about this new contract being awarded to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think the fan base is a little bit split, meaning a lot of people think he doesn't deserve to get a new contract. A lot of people want a whole different coaches to come through. A lot of people wanted Pochettino. We know that that's not happening. A lot of people wanted Nagelsmann. We know that's not happening. A lot of people wanted Tuchel or Tuchel, however you pronounce his name. Tissue. That's not happening anymore. So is Manchester United right to give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer another contract, a bumper contract, this time worth 9 million? And in my opinion, my humble opinion, I think it's the right move to make. And the reason why I think that is, we always grew up in the mantra of what is not broken, don't fix it, right? Granny always said, we're not broke, no fix it. And to be honest, we have to look at it from an objective point of view and say Manchester United has improved under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer when you look at where we were. He took over in the middle of the season, I think 2017-2018 season. And he went on this massive run that actually made him into the permanent manager of the team. But the game, our playing style, you can tell improved. And even though we didn't improve much in terms of our position in the league table, we still finished what, 6th or so in the league table that year. And it was, you can tell the difference in the vibe of the club. The players had a different reaction to him, and you can see that the team was going places. For me, I think there was a whole lot of improvement happening in the team, and I wanted to see more what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was going to bring to the table after he picked up after he became the manager. The following season, which was last season, he finished 3rd during all of the COVID circumstances. Obviously, we weren't 3rd or up there throughout. It just had a wicked finish to the season, which brought us to 3rd in the league. And we're happy with that performance, and we wanted to see an improvement in the team. We wanted to see the team get better into this season. And right now, our league positioning is better than last year. I think our points total is better than last year. So to me, the team has improved over the years. And if we finish 2nd this year, it'll be the first time we finish 2nd since Jose Mourinho did that a couple years back. And that 2nd place was like 30 points behind Man City. And now we're 14 points behind Man City with a game in hand. So if we win that game in hand, that's potentially 11 points behind Man City. And if they have a few hiccups before the end of the season, we can finish 2nd and not trailing them by more than double figures, which is massive improvement. We are no Man City are run away with the league already. And as much as we would like for them to have a falter and have something similar to what Liverpool is going through right now, it's difficult. It's going to be extremely difficult. So all we can hope for is to finish strong and catch them up as much as we can. So I do think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer deserves this new contract. 1, because we have improved over the years, and 2, because of the fact that there's no other option out there. The team is improving, and we needed at the time someone who knew the club to bring back the club to a particular position, and it did. So it's no point of bringing in someone new to mix things all over again. And you can tell that the board and everyone is invested in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because the decision they made in promoting Darren Fletcher and bringing on this new Furto guy, or whatever his name is, as a director of football. This is all decisions made by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because they're investing in Ole and wanting him to do well, and I appreciate that. Do we have our concerns? Do I have my concern at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Of course I do. We all do. One of my biggest concerns at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is that if you've been watching Manchester United for a while, you saw Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as a player. You know that he was the most prolific substitute there is in terms of a striker. This man was deadly. He was infamously deadly as a substitute. He did it over and over. You remember the 25 minutes against Nottingham Forest where he came on, boom, 4 goals in 25 minutes. You're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So, this is why I'm confused when this in-game management. Because if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer made a living being a substitute for Manchester United, how is it that this man don't even make substitute himself as a manager? He made his living as a substitute but doesn't like to make substitutions. Because the last game we played against West Ham, yes, the game was flowing and it was in our favor somewhat. We had control, but we weren't creating much chances. This man did not make one substitution, knowing that we have a big game coming up midweek, and a lot of the players that were playing that day needed to be playing this game coming up in the midweek against AC Milan, and not one substitution, bro. Not one. Don't make no sort of sense. Like, what the fuck? But hey, you know, you make your own decisions. I think my biggest issue with Ole Gunnar right now is not necessarily his coaching tactics or him being able to manipulate his team to fit the opposition or beating big teams, because we see what he can do against Man City. The biggest question is, does he really know how to manage the team while in the middle of a game? In-game substitutions, in-game management is the biggest thing for me. It just seems like Rashford will never be substituted unless he's on a stretcher. That's what the philosophy is with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I mean, the man been out for a week and a half now with a swollen ankle. Yet still played the 93 minutes. And you can tell that he was struggling. I don't know if you guys watched the match, but after that breakaway with Rashford and Greenwood, when Greenwood had the shot that come off the crossbar or the side off the post, Rashford after that breakaway stopped. This was like 70-something minutes in. And Rashford, 2 hands up on the knees and looked down the ground looking for oxygen. Like, there is no oxygen on the floor, because he was clearly not fit. He hasn't been match fit because he was just coming back from injuries. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer didn't take him off. No substitution was made in that game. No, call me mad all you want, but his in-game substitution is just sloppy. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Alright, what other rumors that out there? Before we get into the AC Milan game, just learned that Megbri just signed a new contract. In my case, I think it's perfect timing for Megbri, because you guys get excited about Showtire. You get excited about Amad Diallo coming into the team, but this guy Megbri is better than both of them. Megbri is better than Shola, and Shola get breaking at the team. The only thing is Megbri is just coming back from injury, so we know that he's gonna get back into the under-23s, start playing with them some more. They promoted him to train with the senior team along with Megbri, along with Diallo, but they haven't been able to see him because of the fact that he got injured in the last game that they played. But as we said, look out for Megbri. He just signed a new contract, and I am assuming within that contract stipulates that he's going to get a debut soon. So he'll be with the senior team, debuting with the senior team, no doubt. So I can't wait to see him. Remember that name, Megbri. Man come from France just like Pogba. He's not built like Pogba, but he's feisty. He reminds me of Bruno. He have a lot of tenacity, fights in the midfield. He's not afraid to put in a tackle. When he gets tackled, he's not afraid to tell the ref that he just got tackled. But when it comes to creativity and scoring goals, that's him. He reminds me so much of Bruno in the way that he plays, that he could be the backup of Bruno Fernandes for the next 5 or so years and then eventually take over. So I can't wait for that Megbri on the thing. Okay, what other rumors do out there for we talk about? Yes, so rumors are that Manchester United could have back 5 players from injury for the AC Milan game this Thursday, which, if you ask me, is just absolutely perfect timing. Those players are Paul Pogba, Cavani, Van de Beek, Martial, and David De Gea. All 5 players could be back. David De Gea, of course, is not injured, He's just coming back from quarantine because he flew to Spain for the birth of his child. And so when you come back to the UK, you have to quarantine. So man's quarantining right now. I think the end of his quarantine session is up. So De Gea should be back ready to go. Cavani should be back from his muscle injury. Martial, hopefully he'll be back, is what we're hearing, that his groin injury wasn't that bad, so he'll be back for this game. Pogba is a long awaited return. And Van de Beek, we don't know what happened with Van de Beek. Van de Beek was just good one week and then done the next week and good again, and then he's just out. So I'm hoping that Van de Beek will be back. He gives us options, goal scoring midfield options, which is what we need, especially going up against AC Milan this Thursday. But the topic that I want to talk about, which is Paul Pogba. No, I'm not the conspiracy type. You understand? I'm not the one to sit down and go on about conspiracy, especially about players and injuries. But it's kind of weird how Pogba we saw he got injured in the game, yes. And we were told that it wasn't going to be that long. 2 weeks, 23 weeks, and now almost a month. But why is it that Pogba is just miraculously returning just before why is it that Pogba is just now miraculously returning just before the international break? Like France can call him up now because yeah, he's ready. Same thing happened the last time. Pogba was injured, come back just before the international break. France call him up, play 2 deadly games for France, and then come back and start play again. When Manchester United been need man for years now, bro. I trade 2, it's almost a month now we need Pogba. You see, football we've been playing for the past month, it's been shit without somebody in the midfield for push the ball and connect with Bruno, because Fred and McTominay can't pass a ball straight. But just food for thought. Think about it. Just food for thought. The international break is coming up. We have 2 games left. AC Milan this Thursday, and then Leicester City on the weekend, FA Cup. For that AC Milan game, for all you guys who don't know, right now it's 1-1 and AC Milan have the advantage with the away goal. So we need to go over there and score. And once we score, we have to match whatever the end of the score is. So if 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, 1-love, 2-1, we have to either win or draw with a score. So let's see if we can make it happen. Leicester game is a one-off. They're playing some good football right now. Who knows if Leicester will prioritize the league as opposed to the FA Cup, because again, I don't see why they wouldn't play their best players. They're going on a 2-week break anyway. The FA Cup game is coming in the perfect time in terms of play all your best players and then go on break. So we'll see. But we have Leicester in the FA Cup, which is going to be a great tie as well. We need to beat them to go through to the next round. So looking forward to that. That's also a cup that we can win again. And if we run into Manchester City in the next round, we need to go in the confidence knowing that we beat these man 4 times out of the last 6, draw 1. So I don't see why we can't beat them man again. So I have no fear in anyone in the FA Cup at this point. We just need to go and then beat us in the cup in the Carling Cup the last time. We need to go out there and win and beat them ourselves. So yeah, that's it. People, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, please. It's right down there. Hit a like on the video if you're watching this, if you're brand new. Bless up on yourself, stay safe.